and this is my interview for GoaFreaksComTV.
Okay, Leon, we welcome you on GoaFreaksComTV. Thank you very much for this little time when I had to come to Bombay to catch you here.
My pleasure.
And first question which we usually give to our guests is why? So why Avalon?
Why Avalon? Well, Avalon is a place in England. It's a mystical island back in the sort of the King Arthur sort of days, the tales, the history of that. And I spent a lot of time in the Glastonbury area when I was younger, you know, growing up. So I thought Avalon fitted quite well, you know, the whole idea of this mystical island and the whole history and of that. And I feel like the music,
you get inspired from this one.
Very much, yeah, very much so. And I find the music as well, you know, it's always going to be quite mystical to me how this music, when I first discovered it, I was like, where's this music from, you know, like it's...
All of us following your career in the music world, and as you told me just 10 years ago, you was a dreadlock hippie traveling to India. So when did you come to Goa first time, or India, how it was?
It was actually 14 years ago. I first came to Goa, and that was the first contact I had with psychedelic trance music. Back then, parties in Goa, it was pretty much the end before there was a big period where, you know, it wasn't happening like it used to be for a while. I mean, of course, it's had a real sort of rebirth in the last year, but like back then, I remember catching the end of the sort of Goa classic Goa trance parties in 2000. It was actually at Hilltop, I remember. I was just a sort of travelling hippie, you know, dreads on the path, not, you know, just finding myself travelling India, Africa. On the road, you know, I hadn't actually come into contact with psychedelic trance, and I was just happened to be in Goa. I was travelling all around India, did Kumbh Mela and stuff, and I remember hearing this party going on, 2-day party, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. And I was like, it sounds great. I met all these kind of colourful freaks on the road who were going, and they're like, hey, come with us, we're going to this trance party. And I was like, trance? I mean, I've been to some raves in the forest in England, some classic old school outdoor raves or whatever. That was a hard house music or whatever. I've never heard trance, and I never really connected with it, any other style of dance music, because, you know, I was into rock music and guitar and bands. But then I went to this party and I was like, oh my god, you know, sitting around all the colourful decor, everyone in fully colourful clothes, and just being in, you know, cows on the dance floor and chime was around, and it was this music. I finally, first dance music I actually connected with. I thought, wow, this for me is intelligent. This has got something to say. It's not just a blaring kick drum and, like, you know, whatever. This is actually intelligent music. And I remember Hilltop was where it was, and I literally was 2 days, couldn't get me off that dance floor. I was blasting there. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think that was 14 years ago, and here I am on this tour now, headlining the festival, closing the Hilltop Festival, and I said to Starling, who runs Hilltop, I explained him the whole story. I said, you have no idea what a trip this is for me.
Yeah, sorry.
14 years later, you know, to be back there, you know, closing the big festival there, and it was amazing. Absolutely amazing experience. What a journey, what a journey.
Yeah, and tell me something, because you mentioned that now it's 2014. So imagine Leon Avalon, who for some reason skipped this 2000 and suddenly arrived, never heard trance, and suddenly, let's say, Leon Avalon or somebody, Leon Avalon, just arrived on the party in Goa in 2014. Now, will they have really the same expressions and impressions from the parties which is happening in Goa now compared to 14 years ago?
Well, no, I mean,
what's the difference for you?
I mean, for starters, I mean, I've been to, you know, the Goa the last sort of few years, going to parties again and stuff, and this particular party was the sort of highest production I've ever seen in India. You know, they had the Azora decor, Artiscape doing the decor.
Which one?
And yeah, you know, Artiscape were doing the decor for this Hilltop Festival, and you know, 5,000 people attending the festival. It was massive, you know. The sound system was.
Hilltop was always
good, but that was an international production. That's one of the first
times.
Do
you listen to us?
Yeah, giving them the big. But no, seriously, it was international sort of production, worldwide class sort of festival production, and I haven't seen that before in Goa. Very different to back in the day. But the essence, the vibe is still there, of course. It's just
so
the technology and the production.
Technology and production definitely went up, the quality of the sound.
We're talking 14 years though. I mean, it's evolved. You know.
What about the
music
spirit of the people?
It's still there. You know. I mean, as I said, I caught it in 2000. I wasn't there in 95 or 98, 99, but I remember the energy back then. 1,500, 2,000 people at this party going for it, and the energy is very much still there, alive in the people, the dance floor. That Goa sort of freak energy, and that's you can't beat it. It's the origins, of the music, and I think that's why it's so special, because you have that history there, and it's the motherland, it's India.
And how come that this unknown Leon hippie suddenly sitting here? He's Leon Avalon without dreadlocks and superstar of our trance scene. And, I mean, how it started, how it happened.
I'm a hippie on the inside. I'm the same guy.
Absolutely.
It's the hair. It's an evolution. Yeah. I mean, I never thought I'd actually get into making the music. I was very much on the dance floor. I still am. I love being on the dance floor.
Sure, we see all the time.
I'm kicking up the dust in the mosh pit there with the best of them, But it's amazing, learning how to create the music, and I feel so blessed in my life to be able to do this to do what I love as a career. I don't usually see it as a job. I see it as something I love. It's my passion.
Sure. And a few questions out of musical theme is, which is your favorite movie lately? I mean, you can recommend some movies that you saw, nice one?
Most recent movies. I like Limitless. I know it's maybe not the newest one, but I've just seen it. The way you can just take these pills. And I mean, I was thinking about it. If I could just have these things, you take them and you can just write an album.
Yeah, well, you see what happened in there?
Yeah, true, for sure. Well, he keeps going, right? I mean, if you have you could take this thing, you can just be that creative. If I could do it and then get all my inspiration and creativity in a week and make an album, Can you imagine if you could make music that quick and you could just be like, because I've got so many ideas in here.
1 year, 12 albums.
Exactly, yeah. I mean,
fast.
It would solve my problem of being on the road, touring constantly, and trying to find studio time. I mean, I could just be like, and getting it all done. Because I've got 3 projects, obviously, the one with Tristan and the Sonic Species as well, featuring you see. To try and keep that going, and Avalon plus the touring, it is intense. And where can I get one of these pills to make the music that quick,
And you're going back to London now?
Yes, going back to London on Tuesday, and then straight back out there, Austria, Germany, off to doing the Boom Party in Israel, and Desert Party the week after, Argentina, Brazil. Mexico doesn't stop, every weekend, so I'm looking sad to leave India. It's been a great time here, but on with the journey.
Okay, we wish you just the best luck, and we're absolutely waiting for you next year with the new stuff.
I'll always be coming to India and Goa, because it's the best place on the planet, and brother, get yourself out here. It's awesome.
Thank you very much. It was Leon Avalon on GoaFreaks.com, and check Sunday Freak every Sunday.
Next people in the house, check it out, guys.